Hello again. So we're going live again for the second time today because I have some free time and I want to work on this. I already started today in the morning stream. We did a couple of things. What did we do today? Yeah, we finalized this. We finalized the windows and the doors of this room. Let me change views so we can see better. Let me hide the grease pencil object. So we added this room, and of course they have like big carpets or bed sheets that they are hanging up there on the roof. We added the antennas, we did it in detail. And then off stream I added this color, and then the thing that looks a bit interesting, I added the details for the AC outdoor units. So mostly it is the copper pipes. This is the copper pipe, the black one with insulation. Then you have the electrical wire, and then you have the water drainage pipe from the indoor unit. I did it for these two units. And I was thinking of, and I changed a bit the colors. I did like something in here. I did this in different color. And mostly now, if you look at it rendered, which I don't know if it's gonna be rendered in this way, it's looking messy as it should be. And in today's stream, we added the water tanks in here, and we said that maybe we should add some pipes like coming up and down, and some water pumps in here and here, but not for the stream. I think we need to add the door in here and maybe some details in this wall, but not necessarily. This AC compressor requires some work, so maybe if it's going down, it requires the same thing that we're doing on the other side, but it's not really important now. So the thing I want to do first, I want to hide all the compressors because they're killing the performance. Now it's much faster. I'm not sure why, maybe because of the line art on top of all the small details. Like if you're gonna see just one of the compressors, this one. So you have this kind of arrays. I'm not sure if the calculation of this arrays plus the solidify. So if you remove these, this is just one object, and that's the only thing that is a bit complex in this. So if you isolate it, that's not even, I don't think this is like, this is 28 faces or something like this. So that's not even something heavy. Anyways, the thing that I wanted to do now, I want to add like a small fence in here with the chicken barbed wire. So with like some metal posts in here to just add to the charm of it, and then just something like this, you know. So to do this, I think there's a simple approach to do that. I think I'm gonna do one panel, maybe with like 2 meters by like 1.5 meters or something like this. And then I'm gonna just repeat it. So the first thing is super simple. Let's first bring back our 3D cursor and our origins, I think. Then what we want to do, we want to maybe pick one of these and just bring the cursor closer to it, just so we can, so just when we create a new mesh cylinder, we have this created somewhere close. In terms of radius, this is just like the pole that the barbed wire would be like attached to. So this can be something like maybe 4 centimeters in diameter in radius. So this is like 8 centimeters. Maybe this is too much. And the vertices is a lot. This can be maybe 15. That's more than enough. In terms of height, 2 meters is fair. Like a tall person could be 180, 185. So 2 meters is something good. Let's move it upwards. The thing that maybe we can do is we can select this bottom part, Shift S, bring the cursor to it, and then get out of the edit mode, right click, set the origin to 3D cursor, And now I think if we go to the world view and the items, if we do a 0, then this will be aligned to the 0 of the world. Okay, so if you go 7, and now if we just hide the cursor just for a little bit, you can see we have one in here now. Maybe in height it's a bit too high, I'm not sure. Let me see from different perspectives. I think it's fine. Like, let's keep it a bit. I know what, who cares about logic now? Let's do it at 170, let's say 170 centimeters, and let's move it a bit to the outside. Okay, so the thing I was saying at the start is I think I want to do it like, because this barbed wire comes in sheets, I think it can be extended, but let's think about this. We can do it as one sheet because it comes in big rolls, so I think this is not a big enough distance, Sparky. Or we can do it just in like small sections and then just copy paste it. Maybe I'll do the small sections one. So isolate this, Alt and rotate so we can lock into a view. So this is like a side view. And to hide this, side menu, Shift. You know what? Let's bring the cursor here. I think it's already here. So the cursor is on this. Shift A, mesh plane. Side view rotated by 90 degrees. And G on the Z axis. And that's now about the height. The height we said maybe it's around 170. The barbed wire can be a bit smaller because it's not gonna be exactly the same. And in terms of width, I think maybe like 2 meters is more than enough. Or maybe a bit more. Let's say 3 meters. Let's see. Let's move it on the X. It's somewhere in here. I think I forgot one of the AC compressors. That's why it's still lagging. So GY, yeah, now it's faster. So this is a 3 meter panel. Maybe too big, let's do it 2.5. Yeah. Proportions and the illusion of details. This is the two important things that we need to focus on. Proportions are too important because they define the design. So you have to be very, like even 5 or 3 or 5 centimeters or 10 centimeters are really important. And the illusion of details is just like adding, like this is an AC compressor. So for this one, for example, we added something like this. I think we should give it the proper material since we're here. So this is the AC. So it's just the illusion of creating this material, Control L, and link the materials. Anyways, that's not important right now. Let's keep focusing on this one. So now we need to control. Should we reset the scale or we're fine? Let me see. We need to reset the scale. So Control A, scale, then tab, right click, subdivide. Let's see by how many. Let's subdivide again. I'm just looking at the. It's not even. I don't really like it because it's not even. So, well, I don't know. Let me see if we just add a loop cut somewhere here maybe, but that's not gonna do anything. Let's add a loop cut again. Let's say somewhere that will square one of the sides. And now if we subdivide, what would happen? I don't like it. You know what? Let's just subdivide this. Doesn't really matter. So let's go by 10 times. Straight cut. What's the difference? Doesn't matter. Let's keep it at straight cut. Random seed. It doesn't really matter. Let's keep it at 0. Alright, and let's subdivide again. I think this is more than enough. Maybe we need to subdivide a bit more, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to edges and we're gonna unsubdivide and we're gonna create this shape. I think I'm gonna scale this a bit. Sorry, I know I said I wanna keep it at a certain distance, but that's not looking good. So GX, we can still fix this, but just let me test the theory first. And this is looking fine. So this is 1.5. Let me duplicate this. Let's say if we do it at 2 meters or 2.4, 2.4, move it on the X by a little bit. Here, this is just for reference. What we care about now is the recreation of this thing. So let's mirror. That we should move maybe the center of the mirror. What's happening, man? Let's not mirror. Sorry. It's not really. What's happening? The mouse isn't working. That's fine. So the thing that we want to do is we want to set the origin here to geometry, and then I think we need to here also set the origin to geometry. I think if we mirror along this guy, but we bisect on the X, we're gonna get something like this. And if we move this a bit, yeah, we need to find that location where these intersect properly. Of course we can merge, so I think this is enough. We can merge a little bit. Okay, that's perfect. Let's collapse, apply basically. I think it's collapse in 3ds Max. Then let's delete this. Let's go to edit view, then pick these faces from here, these edges from here till here, Ctrl X and dissolve. Alright, this is perfect. Now, what do you want to do? We want to select all the edges except maybe for the... Okay, so let's do first select all, X, delete only the faces. Then if we do maybe the shortest path, we can delete only the edges, right? Right. So Control select, sorry, X, not Control X, the edges only, then do the same thing from here to here, X, edges, now from here to here. It should be Control, not Shift. So this is called the pick the shortest path, and then we delete the edges. Now what we can do is convert this to a curve. Go to the curves menu and give it some roundness. That's too round, but that's fine just to see what's happening. Yeah, that's too much. It can be 0.005, I guess, something like this. Let's unhide everything. it can be smaller. 0.002. Yep, that's good. Let's give it for foyer material. Let's give it some color, this, and for this as well. Let's give it something a bit desaturated. Zero point 0.004 probably. Yeah, that's fine. Green. Okay, let's duplicate. Then let's move on the X by something. So G on the X. So it's somewhere. I think we can, yeah, we can array this instead of suffering like this. So if we let's think about it, because it's two different objects, and I don't wanna attach the curve right now, because we can still do something like reduce a bit the resolution, can fill the caps. So we still have some control over this. I don't want to lose this. So let's see if we add an array in here. This is the beauty of Autodesk, is that you can add a group without losing the original control. We don't have it here. So instead of relative, I'm gonna do a constant, and on the distance of the X, I'm gonna say minus 2.4. It's not minus 2.4, it's minus 2.3. It's not even. Let me find this. Sorry, I just need to check my phone. Just trying to find what's this number. So it's minus 2.33. Okay. We can increase the counts here. Sparky, what's wrong? So something like this. So this will probably, if we rotate it, it will be somewhere in here. We'll see. And then let's do, can we do the same thing? Like, can we do this and this and say Ctrl R and copy modifiers? Yeah, that's cool. Now if we go top view, rotate on the Z axis without it dying on us. Let's go 7. Let's pick everything except for this piece of land. Please stay. So minus 25. This. We're rotating these to minus 8. Yeah. Let me see. Let's see. Minus 9. So that's one of the issues, but that's fine. I think if we, I don't mind this and like this crease in the land, but it's not that necessary to overcomplicate stuff. We can keep it straight. So now the question is, would you want to keep this straight and keep it just one object with one modifier, or would you want to just straighten the road and just do this, you know, just push this a bit? I think I'm gonna preserve my sanity a bit. So I'm gonna rotate at minus 8. And here the same thing, -8. Maybe we can add one more here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change a bit the land that I'm working with. What we can do is we can join these two, J, LZ. We're on the top view, right? And just move it. Something like this. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. You can still control these. So on the big scene, we can just replace the roads and the land. It's not a big deal. Still have this control. So I did this because I don't want to like do an array, let's say till here, and then break it and do another array till here. Just not worth it, and it's not gonna show anyways. So why waste our time? Alt H, object mode, Alt H. Where's the building? And so let's see first. Let me change a bit the material. Yeah. And maybe green isn't my dog. I think she's hungry. I tried to feed her before starting the stream and she just refused. I think it was still too hot for her to eat, but now she decided that she's hungry. But I'm gonna stream for maybe like 30 more minutes and then I'm gonna let her eat. She doesn't eat when it's too hot. Maybe she's cooling off a bit now. Alright, so all of this is done and done. Let me push this a bit to the outside. Let me extrude, because there's some overlapping happening between the faces in here. It's 0.05, maybe just 5 centimeters. Okay. So the other thing that I want to do is I want to add some lamps. So let's just bring the compressors for now. Because they do play a big role, even though they kill the foil. So this is already doing something nice in here. We can move the whole thing a bit on the X. So this is just to mark the land. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, that's cool. So what I want to do, I want to add some lamps. But first, should we do this in different color? Should this be something like this? Yellow, we're gonna finish. So we need to work first. She's telling me that she needs to eat. Okay, you know what? Let's create a new material for this one. Let's hide the compressors for now, because they're lagging the hell out of this one. And let's remove this. Let's create a new material. Let's call it balcony. We can pick the color from here, but we can do it a bit different. So for me, it is the same color, but it's a bit lighter and a bit less saturation. We can still add more details to it later on. Yeah, but this is a bit better. All right. So what I was saying, but before, let's fix the light a bit. So rotating on the z-axis and rotating on the x-axis. Something like this. Just so we can see a bit better. Alright. So what I want to do is I want to add a lamp in here and maybe a lamp in here. And these are wires going from here to here with maybe some plastic boxes in here. But then we need to give them electricity, maybe like we're gonna break this wall. Because this is where they're gonna get their electrical feeding. And maybe we can add some lights also in here. Let's see. So to do all of this, we need first to decide what shape our lamp is. So that's incandescent. If I'm saying it correctly, lamp. Incandescent. Incandescent lamp, yeah. It's just a normal lamp, nothing very special. Just opening it on the side. I'm just making sure that this shape in here is approximately the same, which is, but it's, so this is just a path with a screw modifier. I think the origin of this one is here, so it can, yeah, so it can just pivot around it. Let me push the reference image down just so I can keep on seeing the stream happening. I want to reduce the resolution a bit, not by 5, it's about maybe 8 or maybe 12. That's just the lamp, so we don't need this much, maybe 15 is fine. And when also we go to the curve, we don't need a lot of resolution for this one. So if you go back to the shape, Sparky, relax. We're gonna eat. Just give me 30 minutes. Okay. Guys, Sparky. Come on. Up. Jump, hug Sparky. Come on. No? Come on, Sparky. Up. Hug. This is Sparky. Hug Sparky. Daddy, hug Daddy. Hug. hug Daddy. Okay. خلاص. Okay. Okay, Sparky. Alright, let's keep on working. خلص مش الحال. down. Good girl. She's hungry. Where were we? Yeah, lamp. Lamp. Now that's a lamp. Let's subdivide this a bit, just to add a bit more information here. You know, it doesn't really matter this much, to be honest. Alright, so this is fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start placing this where it should be placed. So, top view, maybe wireframe view even. Is it Shift S? Oh, no. Let's move this where it should be. Let's scale it by a lot. It should be solid view. Let's move this on the vertical direction, scale it maybe by 50%. Move it upwards a little bit. Is this how a lamp should look like? It is. Let's move it upward a little bit. So the lamp goes into a like some sort of electrical socket, and then it has the wire, and the wire goes somewhere. So let's do this. First things first. Pick this, shift S, and bring the cursor here. And I'm doing this because I want to go out, shift, I want to bring a cylinder in the conversation. Maybe 8 sides is more than enough, or maybe 12. The depth shouldn't be more than like 3 centimeters, or maybe a bit more, maybe 4. Now that I'm seeing it, the location on the Z can be a bit higher, like this. I think you can see what I'm trying to do. Let's say 5 centimeters, and move it up. So this is at 2 meters and 40 centimeters. I think we should be higher for a lamp. Let's say 15. We can still auto smooth it, it's fine. The radius, the depth. Yeah, that's fine. So that's auto smooth. Let's pick the whole thing. Push it a bit upwards. This project feels like a non-ending project because you can do like a million things. Scale a bit this, and then I think this should be a bit higher. Looking at my lamps in here, let's insert. Again, this is a project from my city, so a lot of my inspiration is coming from stuff that I see around me. So this is why it's a bit easier. And when we're doing architecture, it's also something that I've been doing for a very long time. So this is also something that's helping me a lot with the decision making. Where's the mouse? The mouse. Where's the mouse? The mouse is here. Insert by something, extrude by something else. And voila. That's the first thing. Then take this and set by 0.01, maybe more, 0.0 and then 0.01. Yep. Extrude a bit inside. Now Shift S, bring cursor to selected. And let's create a curve. Let's say this is just a Bezier curve. 3D viewport. Damn. We lost all the we lost all the settings. That's nice. Wireframe. Because we changed the viewport. That's fine. It wasn't that complicated anyways. So what we were doing in here, I think there's a viewport that goes a bit this, maybe. Why are we ending up like this? It used to have, it used to look better. It was flat, it was material, it was, no, there used to be a cavity and an outline, which did something, and there used to be a shadow, yeah. And the wireframes opacity were different. Yalla habibi, yalla. Something like this, yeah. Going back to this one, Shift A, curve, and the Bezier. The Bezier has a weird location. That's fine. The center of the Bezier is in here. So this is why this is happening, but we can always change it. So what we can do is rotate by 90 degrees first. Then we can rotate this. Just, I'm not sure if the line does the same thing, but we can do Shift S now. Selection to cursor. I don't know where the handles went. That's not really important, to be honest. And now we can rotate this. Let's go back to the outliner. How the hell did all of this change? Properties, yeah. If this happened to me like 1 month ago on Blender, I would be panicking. Because I wouldn't know how to manage this situation. But now look at me. 0.1. I don't like the handle. What's happening? Why are we seeing through things? Is it still grease pencil and yeah. So the grease pencil, and because we changed the viewport by mistake, like we changed this, so we lost all our viewport settings and it's behaving weirdly. It's fine, we solved this. So what I want to do is I want to add like one of these electrical boxes, but my dog is really hungry, so I'm gonna just do the simple offset before she eats me, and I'm gonna go feed her. So it's 0.008. Let's hide the 3D cursor, hide the origin. Just make sure that everything is working fine. I don't really like what's happening. Sparky. Wait, pretty girl. Alright. Alright. Let's push it down. Shift S, selection to cursor. Snap selection to cursor. With an offset? No. So this should be Shift S, cursor to selected, and then Shift S, selection to cursor. Yeah. Yeah, this is looking fine. She went to her food. She just gave up on me. And then I wanna do another copy in here. Like this. Actually, we can just add like a shape in here that kind of like emphasizing that the wires are going through the concrete slab like they usually do it. But for now, I'm just gonna do something like this. I don't want to align stuff. I don't want things to be on the same line. I don't want things to be on the same height. I don't even want things to look the same. Like even this lamp doesn't really matter if it was a different lamp. Lamps breaks, they buy different models, they have some different shapes. things don't really match up. Like this is not a clean building where some contractors are actually taking care of things. This is an old building where things are breaking with time, you know. So stuffs are changing. What's happening to the rendering? This may take a few minutes. So where's the light? Okay. I just wanted to see how it looks in render before killing the stream. Okay. You know what? I'm just praying that this doesn't gonna crash and ruin the whole file. I'm not sure when was the last time that I saved. So I'm gonna end the stream. But let me first double check that everything is working properly. Yeah. Alright. Let's just pray that this is not gonna crash the computer. See you later. I have to feed Sparky.